depth defensively, particularly in the front seven, is a good thing no matter who you're playing. But when you look at what Georgia brings to the table offensively, how much of a benefit is it to have that depth for you guys in a game like this?
I mean, it's great. We know what type of offense they have and the type of players they got. I mean, they're real physical, so I think when you have that much depth as we have, it's going to help us be more physical and roll guys in there and keep fresh guys on the field. So it's definitely a big advantage.
As a defense, how hard is it to stop a guy like Nick Chubb?
I mean, it's going to take a collective effort. Everybody just got to do their job and execute. I mean, it's pretty simple. Everybody just do their job and let the chips fall with them.
Does having to practice against a guy like Derek every day, who's also kind of a big physical back, does that help you when you're preparing for someone like Chubb?
I think so. Especially linebackers in the secondary, just having a one-on-one tackle a guy like that and who runs physical. So it's definitely an advantage for us to be the price against the bigger backs that we have and just getting prepared for Nick Chubb. So it's definitely an advantage.
We heard a little bit about Reggie challenging the defense in practice last week. It's one thing for people to talk, but then to come out and perform like you guys did on Saturday, what did that do for the confidence of this group?
I think anytime you get a chance to go out there and play and execute the way we did on Saturday, I mean, it's only going to just provide a stepping stone for you to keep getting better. So I mean, I think we challenge ourselves every day as a group to come out there and try to keep getting better. And I think this is going to continue for the rest of the season.
They're not really flashy, but they do everything really well offensively. No dual threat quarterback, but what you get from them is something that Alabama tries to impose on people. Talk about that challenge of facing that type of team that doesn't really have the dual threat quarterback.
I mean, yeah, they don't have dual threat, but I mean, they're similar to us, I would say. So I mean, they're not flashy like you said, but they try to beat you with that execution and that physicality on both sides of the ball. So I think we're just going to have to try to match that. And the most physical team, I think, is going to come out on top of that.
I think as far back as the spring, we talked to you about the young guys in the secondary and how you would have to kind of help them along, leadership, stuff like that. How would you say some of the younger players, maybe more specifically Marlon Humphrey, how is he kind of evolved and grown as a player to us?
I mean, like I said before, I think just experience and kind of how comfortable he is going to come with time. The more you're out there, the more comfortable you're going to become week in and week out. So I think he's progressing really well, and he's just going to continue getting better.
And I know there's a lot of value in practice, but is just his game experience really the best thing to help a player?
I think so. I know it was my first time out there. I wasn't as comfortable, nowhere near as comfortable as I am now. So I think game experience is the most valuable. So I mean, practice is important as well. Just knowing what you have to do, and I think the more you know what you're doing out there on the field, the more comfortable you'll be, and just going out there and playing sets. So I think they both work hand in hand, both practice time and just game experience.
You were there at that last time you guys played Georgia, the Georgia Dome for SEC Championship. What do you remember about the end of that game?
Nerve-wracking. Very nervous about what was going to take place. I mean, a lot of big plays were made. None of us in position to win. And I was a young guy, so I saw the field a lot on special teams. But I mean, just watching those guys out there and just seeing how physical that game was and how much passion was shown out there, it was definitely exciting to watch. I'm excited to be a part of that game coming up this Saturday.
Two more questions. Wow. Is there a different mentality, different way to prepare for a game that's on the road in a hostile environment?
I don't think it's a different way we prepare. I think we prepare the same way each week. But I mean, of course, it's out for the road game, so we're going to have that crowd working against us as well, and that atmosphere we're going to have to adjust to. So I just think we're just going to have to be that much more focused and just focusing on what we got to do to go in there and try to execute as best as possible.
I know you've been around a long time with this program, and inside the locker room, I'm sure it's managed. Outside the locker room, the highs and lows of playing for Alabama. The highs are extremely high, lows are extremely low. You've already experienced both of those this season. Is that something that you've had to learn how to manage throughout your time here playing for this team?
Yeah, man. I feel like you know what you're going to get when you come to a program like this. You've been around, and the expectation is very high playing for Alabama, and you just got accept it. I mean, like I said, I play for the guys in the locker room, my coaches, and you can't worry about the outside stuff and how fans react and stuff like that. Gotta try to block it out as best you can. I mean, it gets frustrating at times because I mean we know what type of team we have, and we still have a lot of confidence in what we can accomplish this year. So we just gotta stay focused as a group and just keep everything kind of within the family. That's what we like to say. I mean, we're not worried about the outside distractions.
Let's do one more question.
No room for error because of the early loss within the league. You've dealt with that before last year in the middle of the season, but this is a little sooner. Just talk about knowing that such a big game, so much rides on really the expectations that you talked about.
I just think we try to approach it one day at a time. I mean, you can't think about the future necessarily too much. I mean, the big goal, of course, is to win a national championship. But I think you got to be much more detailed than that. I mean, we got to start today with our first practice of the weekend, prepare for this team. I don't think you can just go ahead and look forward to say we don't want to lose this game. I think we got to prepare the right way each day to make sure that that doesn't happen. Because I mean, games are won during the weekend practice. So I think whatever happens on Saturday, it's going to be earned by us, whether we win or lose. It's going to be determined this weekend practice, and that's how the season's going to go. We just got to take it one day at a time, one play at a time.
All right, thank you guys.